You see, there are some cars that are good for flings. You have fun and you let go because they are too crazy to live with. And then there are cars that you want to get to know because you can wake up to them every day. Spend more time with them because they don't feel like they are perpetually on steroids and adrenaline. The one in question today is the latter, the Aston Martin DB11. With the DB4 winning hearts at the London Motor Show in 1958, and with the DB5 from Goldfinger making Aston Martin one of the most desirable cars in the world almost overnight, and with the DBR1 setting racetracks on fire, every DB car has a lot to live up to. And the DB11 does that with ease. Aston Martin emphasizes on following the golden ratio in designing their cars. It was there in the DB9, it is there in the DB11. It simply means that you design the car in such a way that every line, every dimension, and their proportions are in harmony with each other. Perhaps it is this, the obsessive attention to detail, that results in the sharp and sinuous silhouette that the DB11 sports. I have driven my fair share of supercars, but this, perhaps nothing was as pleasing to the eyes. Looking at the DB11 feels like waking up to a beautiful yellow sunrise. And it is not just the looks either. Form marries function in the DB11. The car has been designed to achieve serious aerodynamic efficiency, and Aston Martin went a step further to develop a spoiler system that gets activated after 120 kilometers an hour, which is patented with a futuristic name, Aeroblade. That could well be the name of weapon wielded by James Bond. In simple terms, the air is pushed through and around the bodywork and vented out at the back like a jet stream. The DB11 that we got boasts of a 5.2-liter twin-turbo V12 sitting under the hood. It is capable of producing 600 bhp of power and 700 Newton meters of torque. 0 to 100 in less than 4 seconds and a top speed of well over 300 kilometers an hour. To think that a 1800 kgs car can do stuff like that, and it is not simply about the brute power either. With intelligent cylinder bank activation, the DB11 is also the cleanest and the most efficient DB ever. Then there are modes. GT, in which the DB11 murmurs around at a very respectable speed and being all gentlemanly. Sport dials up things a little bit, including the noise, and Sport Plus is the one that truly reveals all the fury of the twin-turbo V12. In one movement, you are driving it in a gear or two higher than usual and being all civil and tame. And in the next, it is ready to hand you the honor of finally inventing time travel. It reminds you of the Hulk. As Bruce Banner, he talks about gamma radiation and speaks Tony Stark English. As the Hulk, it just tears shit up. With the DB11, the mode selector is the anger button. Even when the roads are not straight, switch to Sports Plus mode and the sedate GT nearly turns into a point-and-shoot track car. Nearly. The chassis is magic and so is the suspension. Since it is a rear-wheel drive, it exhibits fantastic handling traits, and if you feel so inclined, it will happily oblige you with some sideways action too. These mannerisms that the DB11 possesses were achieved by the use of bonded aluminum to create the body structure which accentuates Aston Martin's focus on both strength and agility. Then there is a suspension with adaptive damping, because of which you have exemplary ride quality in the GT mode and supercar-like sharpness in the Sports Plus mode. The torque vectoring system also ensures that when you give it the beans, it retains its composure and holds a line as you hold on to dear life, under the influence of those G's. Another major factor that helps the DB11's almost razor-sharp handling is weight distribution. The almost 50-50 weight distribution is amazing. Because of the increased wheelbase, the engine could be moved a little bit more towards the back, providing the car with more balance during turn-ins. But the DB11 is a GT that is nearly a supercar, or a super GT. That's what you do inside the car. The cabin is so rich, so elegant, and so immersive. And then there are touches like this. The DB11 pays homage to its human partner, James Bond, via the means of its tires. Look at the sidewall and you'll notice that Bridgestone used 007 as the official code for the DB11's tires. I want to thank Aston Martin for making cars like these. I want to appreciate them for being abreast through tough times. And I want to congratulate them on their recent success in the market and in racing. And if I ever felt so inclined to do all that in person and head to Gaydon from New Delhi, I know what I would want to drive. Man, this is motoring. This is Aston Martin. Good day to you.